So we're still building up the ice wall, but I finally have some idlers going. And it's time to get rid of that dog head. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get our squad. We're going to get the iron arrows. We're going to have them move roughly around... Well, we'll get them into range. We'll get them there. Now, I got to remember which lever controls that. So while they travel... Pretty sure it's up here. Sickle upper bridge. No. Ah, sickle drain step. There we go. Okay, so we know which one we're going to pull when we get them there. Our recruits are on their way. I'll bring you back in a second, gentlemen. And ladies. Alright, now with 4 of my guys, theoretically I should be able to handle one little dog head, right? So we're going to pull the lever. Somebody should go pull that. They're all hanging around at the statue anyway. Part of the reason I stationed them back here was so they don't get hit by the dropping bridge. That would just be unkind. Also a waste of a perfectly good dwarf. There's my dwarves. Okay, so squad E. I'm gonna have them go kill this dog head. Off you go, boys. Alright. Dog head hasn't connected. Well, broke something. Another one hit it. Another one hit it. Well, it's not biting anybody. It's getting shot to pieces, though. Man, this dog can take a lot. Alright, it's still fighting. It's taken 4, 6... It's already taken 10 bolts. Alright, we're up to like 15 or 20 now. They can't put this dog head down? Seriously? It's not doing any damage, but it is taking a beating. Got 2 pages of combat now. 3 pages. Now they're just beating it to death with their crossbows. They're starting to run out of ammo. This is ridiculous. Well, I got an elite marks dwarf now. It's not doing any damage. Everybody's jumping away or he misses. Wow. This is insane. I mean, I know undead forgotten beasts and stuff can be nasty, but wow. Miss. I'm just making sure he's not doing any damage to my guys. Yep, okay. I mean, we're at like 8 pages of combat for this dog head now. There are 14 pages of bolts flying into this little dog head, and it's not going down. Oh boy, this is bad. Now, the way this thing killed the Forgotten Beast earlier was the Forgotten Beast would kill it, it would pop back up. Forgotten Beast would kill it, it would pop back up. Now it won't even go down. Okay, now they're biting the dog head, which just has its own amusement. The militia captain twists the embedded fungerwood crossbow around in the dog head's head. That's different. Lower right back teeth. Yeah, they're just chewing on this thing at this point. I guess they're hungry. I mean, they keep tearing apart the brain and whatnot, but that doesn't necessarily take down a undead creature. So, we've got a couple of them still with bolts, and they're still shooting at the thing. I'm not entirely sure, other than lock the door behind them, or slam the bridge up and down, what else we can do to this critter. And it's not even fighting back much anymore. Well, one shot got blocked. Other than that, it can't hit nothing. I don't think it's got teeth anymore. Okay, this is funny. They've beaten on this thing so long that 003 has become a hammer dwarf because he's beaten on it with his crossbow so often. Okay, these guys are starting to get hungry and thirsty during this fight. The only thing I can come to the conclusion of is take a look at the damage on this critter. There's nothing left to hurt. If we come in here, everything's cut open, broken, bruised, etc., etc. most of this thing is just gone. Nose is gone, tongue is gone, ears are gone, upper body, teeth. Oh, he doesn't even have teeth anymore. So even if he gets his gums on something, I'm not sure it can do damage. At the same time, I'm not sure what to do with this critter. My warriors are getting multiple hits on their ecstaticness because they're getting attacked by the undead. One of them holds it down usually by biting into it and holding onto it for a bit, so it's not getting as many hits in as it could, but we cannot kill it. I don't know what to do. Can't pulverize it. Can't obsidianize that. I don't want to lose 5 dwarves in one shot. I could open the water gates and see what happens after a flooding, but this doghead is immortal. What is your name, little doggy? Zengaralmeth, otherwise known as Latherautumn. Alright. Latherautumn, the end of FurnaceClans? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't think I have a choice. I hate doing this. We're going to build some cage traps. Now, I know giving them a move order won't get them out of there, but I'm hoping if I turn off the squad orders, most of them will run. The only one I got on the far side of him is the militia captain, 001. I'll replace him. The other 4 are on the left, so they should run this way once those cage traps are built. I hate using that cheap little trick, but so be it. Now, did I... Actually, I'm afraid I did something. I'm pretty sure I melted down every frickin' cage I own. If you were a cage, where would you be? There. I don't have a single frickin' cage. Okay. Do I have room in the forge? I do. Trap components. Oh. Furniture? Tin. There we go. Okay, we'll make some cages while we get those mechanisms into place. That's just lovely. Alright, we've got people coming in with mechanisms. Good. Is anybody active on the 10 cages? Yes, good. Oh, I almost forgot to do something. I'm in the middle of setting up a second forge and magma furnace. What I've been doing is, because the magma filler was going and it didn't have a dump, those mine carts are filled with magma, so I'm using those and I'm having guys walk them up. To fill it. There's a track stop next to it. I showed you guys how to do that in another video. Yeah, they'll build you some cages here soon enough. So, you can see I've got a line of cage traps here, but if you want to see if one's loaded, you hit T, you come in here, and you notice it says the mechanism and the cage is there waiting to be used. So I've got 1 cage trap loaded so far. I'm going to need a few. Figure in worst case scenario, the reason I built so many cage traps here was if the entire team dies, I'll trap them. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but if it does, it does. Another ambush. I'm also getting ambushes right now. So I'm kind of wondering what these warriors are going to do when they finally get exhausted or starving. If they'll break off the combat and come back on their own. So, we've tried a couple of things with the military. I've got 6 cage traps in place now. The squad will not disengage, even as civilians. Once they're in combat, they are not leaving. They can't kill it, and they won't leave it. I've got guys here who are starving. Another one's dehydrated. They will not break off a combat, even as civilians. If you'll notice, I've turned the iron arrows off. So we'll be rebuilding that unit. I'm going to try and make sure I got enough cage traps up here to trap both them and the doghead. So we're just going to keep building cage traps. And I don't know if this recorded or not, but while I was doing all this, I accidentally hit S while I was on the trader screen and seized like 400 euros worth of goods, which aggravated them, and because I have enough problems with the humans already sending sieges often enough, and sticking me with 40 horses and 40 dead humans on the surface that just won't path, I just let them go. They wouldn't trade after that point. It was an accident. But I really wish there was a "Are you sure" message on C's. I realize most people just rob the hippies blind and it's fun, but only if you want to do it. But anyway, we're just going to keep installing cage traps. I'm just going to line this entire corridor with it, and hopefully we can catch these guys once they're dead from dehydration and starvation. We'll strip their gear off them and start rebuilding the iron arrows. There's not much else I can do about it. I just thought of something. These idiots are all going to be dead shortly anyway, right? Right. They're standing on a bridge. And dunk. Okay. We just lost something. What just happened? You got bounced around. I don't see the dog head anymore. Some teeth. I'll get that dumped. I'll try and get 001 out of there, but I gotta get these guys to move first. Actually, let me undump that. Forbid that crap. Looks like when I picked up the bridge, I destroyed the dog head. Okay. Let's pop that bridge back down. Bridge is down. I've got some relatively unhappy people, but... And now I can remove all these cage traps. So I got rid of that. I don't believe I didn't think of that, you know, half an hour ago. Yeah, that'll probably wrap up this episode of FurnaceClans, guys. Moral of the story, make sure you fight on bridges? I don't know. That got ugly. But at least I didn't have to break my own rule. And I was able to clean these guys up. We'll see how much of the iron arrows is left after they get some food, some booze, and some sleep. Join me next time, guys, when we find out exactly just how bad a ambush of goblins inside of our trading corridor can get. See you next time. Thanks for watching.